Councilman Cook,
Yes.
Motion carries. Remarks of visitors.
Colby Bailey,
Come on up, Colby, right up to the front. That's fine.
Hello, my name is Colby Bailey and I'm a Boy Scout with Troop 426 here in Festus. Today, I am presenting my Eagle Scout project. It is a proposal for a memorial to the late Larry G. Christ located at the Larry G. Christ Memorial Park. The memorial will consist of a new bench with a gravel base, a flowering dogwood tree, and a memorial plaque. I propose for it to be located in the northwest corner of the park as shown on the map on the board. If you like to, oh wait, I'm very sorry. I have packets.
Thank you.
Anyways, if you'd like to refer to page 2 of the packet, you can read along as I list my reasons for wanting to build this memorial. As a Boy Scout, a runner, and a City of Festus resident, I see Larry G. Christ Memorial Park almost every day during the year. As a runner, I might be there for hours taking in the scenery, and during those runs, I started to think, who did all this? And then I learned about Larry G. Christ, his legacy, and his passing. In the following weeks, I realized that someone who had done so much for our community deserved a more permanent way to remember him. This is what my project aims to do. I aim to erect a memorial along with a flowering dogwood sapling and a bench in Larry G. Christ Memorial Park. The memorial will include a plaque secured into a large decorative rock, which will read, quote, "In memory of Larry G. Christ for his dedicated leadership and service to the City of Festus Parks Department and Nature from January 12th, 1958 to April 30th, 2020. Continuing on to page 3, the timeline I've proposed allows for fundraising, the purchasing of materials, and several workdays to complete the project. The bench will be built prior to installation at the park with the assistance of my father, who's an experienced carpenter and already has the necessary tools. The planting of the tree and installation of the rock base and bench will be completed with the assistance of my uncle, who owns his own landscaping business. Next, on page 4, I've listed the expected costs. These prices are accurate as of May 8th. The expected costs are approximately $700 with a $25 contingency fund. I've scheduled a fundraising car wash at Advanced Auto Parts here in Festus for Saturday, May 14th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. My fellow troop members will be assisting me with the car wash and the workdays building the memorial. Additionally, as with any project, there will be unexpected barriers. For instance, the weather can be unpredictable and cost of materials can quickly change. I've tried to account for this by allowing several work days for the project when I anticipate it all should only take one full work day. I've also included a contingency fund to offset any change in pricing. Thank you for your time today, and I welcome any questions you may have at this time.
Does anyone have any questions for Colby?
Not so much a question, Colby, but I think it's a great thing you're doing. And to have the insight to come up with an idea like this, it's really nice.
Thank you
So
very
good
much.
job.
I'll entertain a motion to approve Colby's project for Larry G. Kreitz Park. Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
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 All those opposed say nay. Hearing none, motion carries. Go ahead, Colby. Let's see it.
Thank you.
I would just throw in also, Colby, if you'll coordinate with Josh Whaley, our Parks Director, coordinate with Josh Whaley, our Parks Director, as far as gaining access and being able to do the things that you need to do to get the memorial erected. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
I'd like to have Dr. Link Luttrell to come up to the front, please. Dr. Luttrell will face the crowd here. Proclamation from the city of Festus. Whereas Dr. Link Luttrell has elected to retire from the Festus R6 school district, and whereas Dr. Luttrell has served the Festus R6 school district students, staff, and patrons for 14 years, 5 as assistant superintendent, and the last 9 as superintendent. And under Dr. Luttrell's leadership, teachers' salaries are now the highest in Jefferson County with the highest starting wage. And whereas under Dr. Luttrell's leadership in 2020, for the 11th consecutive year, Festus students had the highest state assessment scores in Jefferson County and among the highest within the entire state. And whereas Dr. Luttrell guided the district through 3 ballot initiatives, with voters overwhelmingly approving several propositions, which in turn led to tremendous growth in the district. And whereas Dr. Luttrell guided the district on the renovation and expansion of Tiger Stadium, construction of the Tiger Field baseball and softball complex, construction of the Festus R6 Performing Arts Center, and the development and eventually opening of an early childhood education program in 2023, and the design and ultimate construction of the District Wellness Center in 2024. And whereas the city of Festus commends Dr. Luttrell for his contributions to not only Festus R6 school district, but to our entire community. Now, therefore, I, Samuel F. Richards, Mayor of the city of Festus, Missouri, along with the City Council, do hereby proclaim May 11th, 2022 to be Dr. Link Luttrell's Day in the city of Festus, Jefferson County, Missouri, given under my signature, Samuel F. Richards, Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Now we have a presentation from students from Festus schools on the Mount Zion Cemetery presentations. Please come ahead.
Good evening. My name is Josie Hansen. On my right, I have Nathan Nose and Alex Kester. We have Elsa Millersman, Kaden Moreland, and Kylie Greer. We are here on behalf of Festus Middle School Quest Program. And tonight we're going to be informing you about one of our projects, Mount Zion Cemetery.
So as Quest students, we started researching Mount Zion in 2020 after we got a grant from ITEC. So far, we have discovered so many stories on the cemetery, and we're so excited to be here today and share this with you. We'll talk to you about our trips to the cemetery, our research, some interesting stories, and in general, how we came here. If you have any questions during the presentation, don't hesitate to ask, but we'll also be taking questions at the end. We just want to thank you for your interest in our project and the opportunity.
Teamwork was absolutely vital to the success of this project. This project has helped us learn to cooperate with each other, to accomplish our goals. It has taken many people to complete the online and hands-on research needed for this project to operate. There's been a lot of expensive equipment and difficult operations which could have easily been messed up if not for our cooperation too.
Moving on to some of our accomplishments with the project, here's an overview of our phone call interview recording apparatus. After weeks of experimenting and brainstorming and trying and failing and ordering parts and waiting for them to arrive, we finally conducted a couple of test recordings and recorded them without any complications whatsoever. Unfortunately, due to a series of unfortunate events, we have to now retest our apparatus, but after that retest, the interviews will be underway. We have not let these challenges hinder our project, and if you'll go ahead and click, there will be some features that pop up on the screen of our Zoom recorder and some of the adapters we use to record the phone calls.
We have used a few sites to conduct research for this project. We have used these sites to find how people died and whether they had relatives buried in the cemetery, if they had served in the military, and we also used them to find some interesting stories about these people.
Now we have some of their stories. First, we have James Pearson, who was born on July 4th, 1876. He died at 38 years old on July 26th, 1914. He was shot with a revolver to the thigh and abdomen. It was deemed a homicide.
So a while back, there was an interracial couple here at Festus, in a time when interracial marriage was not allowed. They also both worked in our postal service. Their names were Albert and Louisa Spicer. We have a fun little story about research for this couple. During one day of research in class, I was looking at newspaper articles and I found out that they had filed for divorce. So we were all pretty sad about that. It ruined what we thought was a heartwarming story. But fortunately, after about 10 minutes more of looking at newspaper articles, I redeemed myself and found out that they decided not to get divorced.
He was born on March 6th, 1903, died on July 4th, 1921 at age 18. In the Mississippi River, and it was determined his cause of death was an accidental drowning.
See you later.
Next is William Murphy. He had a very interesting death. While carrying a shotgun, he fell, ready to go off. We found there are at least 257 known people buried here outside. Of those 257 known people, 20% of them are temporarily buried here was buried between 1912 and 1968. Myocarditis and tuberculosis were the most common cause of death, with 8% and 12%. And there are at least 12 known veterans that are buried here outside. About 16% of the known people buried here were most likely. Not only did we do research on the local cemetery, but we also tried our best to clean up the area and the gravestones. This is some of the students cleaning heads. Multiple students outside of the Quest program volunteered their time to come help us. We have a lot of help. And if you see, where's the pointer? So basically with one of the most favorite of cleaning of the cemetery that the students did was taking like a liquid that was and we would turn gravestones into, you can't see it, but this bottom one right here, and they'd be super dirty, and they turn into this top one up here a few minutes later. So they would drop it.
Good job.
We would just like to thank you guys again for allowing us the opportunity to be here. We're so glad we got to share this with you, and we hope you walk away more knowledgeable of our local history. If you have any questions, we can take them back.
Did you find quite a few that were marked?
Oh, yeah, they're
A lot.
so they used to use like little rocks and they would put them there, and then there's also like there's like dips in the ground and you can tell somebody's.
We actually use a ground penetrating radar, and so what it would do is that it would send a signal down, and we were able to find things underneath the ground that were not the top. And we were able to find some bodies who were not. But that's also what the pro spots were kind of for. We put them to the ground and take that first layer dirt.
How long did it take you to clean a headstone from beginning to end?
Normally, we take straight down, we scrub it, take about 4 students to work on one. And normally what they say at first, other than like the dirt and probably some moss and stuff, but then we let it sit and kind of bake, I guess, and then a few months later it come back and it'll be white.
Nice.
You continue, are you going to continue going back there or? Okay.
We have another trip there scheduled for June 3rd, right?
Okay. Good.
Thank you all for your work that you guys are putting in.
Yes, thank you all. Thank you all very much. It's a good project. And I'm proud. I know that your parents and your teacher is proud of what you are doing. We're proud of what you are doing. Take care of a piece of history of the city that may have been forgotten. So keep up the good work, and thank you very much for the presentation.
Okay. Oh, yeah, here comes the mayor.
Here it comes.
There we go.
Congratulations. Good work. Good work.
Yeah. Show and tell.
Do we have any bids tonight?
None, sir.
No bids. We do have one ordinance. That's bill number 4682. We have bill number 4682 on the agenda. Would the clerk please read the bill for the first time?
Bill number 4682, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Festus, Missouri, authorizing the mayor to enter into and execute an STP Urban STP 2608-605 program agreement with Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission, incorporating said agreement as part of this ordinance and establishing an effective date.
Bill number 4682 is now open for discussion. Staff report.
Certainly, this is the STP grant through MoDOT and the Federal Highway Administration for the North Mill Street reconstruction. About $708,000 available to us through Federal Highway and MoDOT.
Are there any questions?
There's a starting point on that.
Well, this is just to execute the agreement, and still the project will have to be designed. So once we get this done, we'll be able to do preliminary engineering and design. It is slated on the TIP calendar is slated as a 2024 project.
Are there any other questions?
I just see that, so we're going to have South Mill, North Mill. We're going to have maybe something going on in the downtown area.
Well, 2 phases of West Main as well.
Exactly. And then that'll go to West Main. We've already had Collins out there. So things are advancing and moving right along, it looks like.
Try to maximize the money that's available to us. That's for sure.
It's a good deal.
Yeah.
Is there any other discussion? If not, I'll entertain a motion to suspend the rules and read Bill 4682 for the second time in title only.
So moved.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Hearing none, motion carries. Madam Clerk, would you please read Bill 4682 for the second time?
Bill number 4682, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Festus, Missouri, authorizing the mayor to enter into and execute an STP Urban STP -2608-605 program agreement with Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission, incorporating said agreement as part of this ordinance and establishing an effective date. Councilman Boyer,
Yes.
Councilman Collier,
Yes.
Councilman Weiner,
Yes.
Councilman Benz,
Yes.
Councilman Cook.
Yes.
Bill 4682 has passed. Moving right along to new business. Street side whimsy, Julie Fortner, come on up. It's my understanding that you would like to modify your request to Saturday, June 11th.
Correct. Yeah, due to the mayor's cruise, we'll move that off a week. We're just wanting to do like a nice customer appreciation day. Have a couple acoustic musicians on our back patio, set up some vending fairs out on our back parking lot, and just kind of do an all-day event.
Chief, you have any problem with it?
Thank you.
Is there any discussion?
Can you tell us a little bit about Street Side Whimsy?
Street Side Whimsy is located where Judy's Flower Basket used to be. We're a little boutique that carries just whimsical amount of things. We have everything from clothing to jewelry to stones to, I mean, just books, tons of little things, just carrying it. She shops there.
I shop there, yes, I do.
She's guilty.
They have some very unique items.
We do. We try to carry things that other little shops on Main Street don't have. So, yeah.
Is there any other questions? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the request of a Street Side Whimsy event on Saturday, June 11th.
So moved.
Motion's been made
Second.
and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Moving right along. Annual liquor license renewals.
You will find I'm getting ready to do business license renewals, which will be due July 1st. Council always has to approve the liquor licenses. So there is a list in your packet. There's nothing new this year. So I just need council approval.
Chief, we had any problems with any of these? Nothing.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the annual liquor license renewal list.
So moved.
Motion's been made
Second.
and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Hearing none, motion carries. Any old business?
None, sir.
Before we get into the reports, I'd like to acknowledge that our city administrator is now the president of the Missouri City Managers Association. And congratulations on that, Grayson.
You missed one meeting.
Councilman Weiner, do you have anything?
I have nothing, sir.
Councilman Boyer,
I have nothing, sir.
Councilman Venz,
Did you replace your little baby Jeep?
I did find a replacement for my baby Jeep. Yes.
I'm glad you're fine,
Yes,
sir.
I'm fine. Thank you.
Other than that, that's it, sir.
Councilman Collier,
Nothing this time, sir.
thank you. Councilman Cook.
I have nothing, sir. Thank you.
All righty, thank you. I don't have anything that I can think of.
Because I was gonna get those, because that's my.
I would like to say, Chief, Chief Lewis, good work on the incident at Walmart. And, I want to assure the citizens that this is a safe community. There are extenuating circumstances to that issue, which we can't discuss at this time. But we'll be doing some extra patrolling in the parking lot, I'm sure. Is there anything else? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We are adjourned.
Have a good night. Thanks, guys.